Hi, this is Ruth Theresa with One Inspiring Woman, and I am so excited to be with you tonight. I am clicking onto all the websites and getting all of this energy going. I am a master intuitive psychic. I am in the Sugarland, Houston area, and I love to demonstrate my abilities every Thursday night with you guys as many times as I can during the month. So that is kind of one of my fun things to do. I am excited to be with you. I know I've got people clicking on and trying to find me and all of those great things. And we are so excited to be with you guys this evening. I am trying to find, there we go. So, hello, Miss Lily. I've got a couple of people already on and a couple of people more jumping on. So one of the things that I am so thankful for in my business that y'all are with me. Thanks for the backdrop. It's one of those, that's my curtain. My assistants help me pick those out and I actually love them. So tonight, I thank you for joining me and supporting my business. If you and enjoy Thursday Night Live, then please share, like, subscribe, and comment on my videos. I absolutely love hearing your comments and I love responding to them. So I'm excited to be with y'all this evening. I am like I said, the last couple of weeks, we are in the process of changing Thursday Night Live, and we are so excited to be offering this to you. I'm excited about it. One of the things that I have been stifled with for a while on Thursday Night Live is only being able to answer a few questions at a time. And it gets really frustrating because I know there are so many more out there that are posting questions and trying to get information and that sort of thing. So the best way I can tell you that is schedule a reading, schedule an appointment with me. I love reading for people. I have been reading with people all day long, and I've really, really enjoyed getting to know new people from all over the different parts of the United States. So that has been really great. But I want you to understand that this is kind of changed content of this is telling you what energy is coming at everybody all over the United States, all over the world. So that's kind of the great part about this is even if you're going, well, I wanted a card about love, or I wanted a card about my business or what's coming up for me. The great part is you can still get that and understanding because it really changes for the energy that's in the planet. That's the cool part. I will be adding to the information that I already have. I've got some information about our moons coming up and some other planetary alignments that are coming up. And Mercury goes into retrograde in just a couple of weeks. So, and then I will be adding angel card energy to that. It's one of those, that's kind of what I add to all of this. So I am excited to be with you tonight. So let's talk about the energy that's coming at us right now. Just yesterday at 3:37 in the morning, our moon went into its last quarter in Aries. And we have also still got this crazy conjunctions going on with Mars and Aries and squared to Jupiter and Mercury retrograde getting ready to go into retrograde and Venus conjuncting with Pluto and Saturn and Jupiter. So all of this planetary stuff is going on. And the cool part is it is really for all of us. This affects all of us every day. So many times how you feel during the day or how other people feel during the day changes compared to what's going on in our planets, what's going on for the moon, the cycles, everything. It changes everything. So I want you to be aware of what's going on. So actually January is a very significant time. And it's really vital to the strength of not only our own energy, but our country, our states. It's one of those, this is kind of a great time, and our planets are really holding our energy or helping along with a lot of changes that are coming on our planet. So as this change starts to keep coming through, I want you to understand this change is coming, and all of these planets are carrying your energy through the changes that are coming through. It's a really great time to make new changes. And as I talk about that, it's one of those, Mars is the sign that are kind of like comes and hits us a lot in January. And it's a sign of like our initiatives. What do we want to bring forward? And this is kind of amplified by Aquarius that will take place to influence our friends and how we appear to other people. Our new year also starts out with kind of like this changing energy of Mars, and it forms exciting and uncooperative alliances with other planets like Uranus. As it happens, it's one of those, this really squaring happens January 20 through the 23rd, but just like the grand conjunction, it keeps coming and pulling our energy in. Our grand conjunction started December 21st, 2020, and that energy stays on our planet for the next 200 years. It's not going away. It's not going to change. It's not going to modify. This is what we're dealing with. And so we have to get accustomed to what's going on and how we deal with this energy. I know a lot of us have been feeling a lot of changes going on. Basically, at the time at this squaring of Uranus and Jupiter is really the time as America starts stepping forward and inaugurating a president. It's one of those, I know it's still up in the air. A lot of people are still fighting for one person or the other. And I want you to know it's one of those, I think the best part about this is feeling that everybody feels heard during all of this. I know for a lot of people don't want to hear the other side. They don't want to hear the opposing side to what they really want or the person they really wanted in that office. But I want you to understand what's most important is that every person feels heard during this time. I've been feeling a lot of new energy being pushed forward into new actions, new blazing trails, things that are never happened before, and entering into a brand new form of United States government. And how this plays out is I'm not 100%, and I'm going to pull a card for this. It's one of those kind of a card to give us a better insight into what's going to be happening around that time of this conjunction between Mars, Uranus, and Jupiter, and during the presidential inauguration, kind of what's happening. So the first card I pull is all about spiritual growth. And this is about how are we changing as a country? How are we changing for what's coming up? It's one of those, this is a really great time for us to kind of take into account like our own spiritual growth. What are we choosing to change, or what are we choosing to modify in ourselves to stand up and be heard? It's one of those. So let's see. The next card comes in, and this is all about romance. This is about falling in love with something brand new, something that hasn't been here before or has changed or modified and is coming back. And it's one of those, this is a great thing. Anything that you love or choose to push your love towards is going to draw it to you faster. So I always tell people anything you love is going to draw it to you faster. And the more you think about what you love, the faster it's going to be coming at you. So the last card about just this, like the 20th that's coming at us, is all about listening. And this is what I'm talking about. This is what I keep getting for a lot of people is listen to the other side. They may have completely different views or different values or whatever it is, but make sure that you're listening to the other side and make sure you're feeling that you're being heard and other people are feeling heard. It's one of those, I think that's what's been happening for a lot of people is they haven't been feeling heard or feeling that their side is being given any energy to. And so that's what's causing a lot of problems. So actually Mercury is kind of the next thing that kind of hits us on the 15th. So as Mercury starts its retrograde cycle on the 15th of January in the sign of Aquarius, and this one's kind of interesting that it stays all in the sign of Aquarius. Carmen's like waving. It's one of those, I love y'all giving me comments. I love it. So Mercury gets a strong emotional resonance, difficult, it kind of it causes difficulties in expressing our feelings and tears up on a daily habit. It's one of those, I have cried so many times over my computer not working correctly. It's not even funny. During this period, many of us will retreat in solitude and avoid emotional wounds. But this is the time, not yet, that starts on the 15th when actually Mercury goes into retrograde. And that's right at the beginning of this cycle of getting our new president inaugurated and what's coming in with that energy. So I want you to understand this is a really, really good time to kind of voice things out before we feel like we go through that contraction and moving backwards with Mercury in retrograde. So Mercury in retrograde is actually in retrograde The full cycle is from the 30th of January through the 20th of February. And during this time, it's a great time to do catch up, reorganization, repair things, do things in our community that have been done wrong. I had a client one time that Mercury was in retrograde. She replanted a flower bed that had been run over by a car in her neighborhood, and she just felt so much better after she had done that. It was just a great time. This also brings in a lot of compassion and a lot of action. If you have been feeling outdated in your thinking, this is the really great time to really start rethinking and kind of like pulling up each and every item. Is this where I want to go? Or is this what I want to do? Or is this where I want to be at in so many years? So that's a really, really good time for us. Okay. So, and then we've got like I said, our last quarter moon started last night. And that kind of brings in, and I'm not going to talk about it too much because I did a video on this and it posted just, I think yesterday. This is a really good time to feel that we're getting our moon energy into alignment. It's a really great time to feel that we're getting heard. The last quarter moon is really talking about what we're going to be really feeling in Mercury in retrograde is kind of, have you felt in the last week or so that something you've done, you did incorrectly, something that you said was incorrect, or something that you are not really sure about? It's one of those, it's a really good time not only to think about like cleaning out our closets, but it's a great time to look at ourselves. Where do we feel like we need to make a change? Where do we feel like something isn't right? This is a really, really great time. So I'm going to pull like 2 cards just for our last quarter moon, if there's any other information coming out there in our last quarter moon. So what they're talking about is studying. This is a great time to study. What do we want to bring into our lives? What are we ready to get rid of? And what are we willing to move through? This is a great time for a really great time to study in that energy. One more for our last quarter moon. Shuffle again. There's a couple of them. We're going to grab this one. It's all about music. So this one is all about music, and this is coming in with kind of resonating with ourselves. I love, and there's many of them out there on YouTube that are healing energies and frequencies to listen to. I love listening to those music. If I'm at home and just doing my own thing and I don't have clients, that's something that I'm listening to either in my ears or listening over my phone, but listening to that healing energy music coming in at me, it is amazing. So let's go back into this. Last quarter moon is in Aries. So basically we have the moon energy here, and then we add the Aries energy to the top of it. One of the things that a lot of people don't understand is when our moon is in a certain cycle, it switch and adjust compared to, so this last quarter moon in Aries is going to feel different from our next last quarter moon in next month. So it's a really great time to kind of amplify this energy. So Aries is all about, it's a cardinal sign. It's all about the planet Mars. So Mars is really heavy in January, and it's a good time to start thinking about, Aries is all about bringing in new adventures. What would you like to bring in? What is it that you are ready to bring into your adventures? I have been talking to a couple of clients today, and all of them have really brought up the information of finding things for the future, their financial future, what's about to change or what's about to shift financially, and Aries is going to help that. Aries is all about this amazing energy coming forward, and it could also be rethinking some things for you. Aries and Mars together are really talking about their egos and what are ruled by Mars. And this sign is really amazing about moving into new energy. One of the things is a Libra sign of, the sign of Aries in this energy is really great for us, is to rethink what we have been talking about, rethinking about what we've been going through. And so let's pull a couple of cards and see if we can get some more information on that. So I pulled the card of power. And so this is all about What are we willing to change? Where is our power lying in what we really, really want to bring forward? The power lies with us. What we choose to change or fix or modify is in our power. And it's one of those, there's a lot of things that people go, it's not worth it. It actually really is. And especially in January with this amazing transformative energy that we have, it's one of those, it's really great to bring this energy forward. So this energy is unlike any other. This is a great time. If you have not listened to my series about the Grand Conjunction, this is a great time to start looking at that and start working on your vision boards. I actually have 7 vision boards in my house. I finally actually counted them. I'm not actually counting my vision board over here because it's just got affirmation statements that I love, but that would make 8. It's one of those. And so what are you trying to draw to you? As we pulled in the card earlier, what you fall in love with, what you resonate with most is going to draw that into you. So let's do another one. Let's do a card. This one is all about self-acceptance. No one else will accept you unless you accept yourself. I had to learn this one the really, really, really hard way, but it's one of those, when you don't feel accepted by other people, one of the things is you probably don't accept yourself for what or who you are. It's one of those, there's a lot of people that come in with a lot of amazing energy and they'll walk into a space and be like, oh my gosh, I feel like no one is accepting me, or no one is, offering me what I want them to offer me, or pushing my energy, or whatever it is. The thing is, though, if you're not accepting who you are or what you bring to this planet, it's one of those, how can you expect someone else to do that? It happens so many times that when we are wanting someone else to say something for us, it's one of those, it's why are we not saying it for ourselves? Why are we not standing up in our own strength and our own power of saying, this is what I want for my life. This is the way I want my life to turn out. So this is the really, really good part. And I will tell you that one of the best things about this energy is all about what's coming in new. So let's just do that. We're going to bring in some new cards about what's coming up new. So this one is all about harmony. And there's a new peaceful harmony coming on our planet. And it started, although it's not here completely. It's like the train is on the tracks, but it's not all the way to the station yet. So know that this is really important for us to bring a new level of harmony to our planet and to ourselves. What are we willing to step into? Harmony is something that we must work for, something that we must plan for, and something that we must really enjoy ourselves. It's one of those, if we are not in harmony ourselves, and that's why I said I love listening to the music of the healing frequencies, because it brings so much energy to me and so much what am I willing to step into? So the next one is all about ideas and inspirations. During this time frame, if you are doing your vision boards, you should be getting ideas and inspiration from that. Where do you want to be? Think about it, like daydream about it. Where do you want to be in 6 months or 3 months or 4 months or a year? Where do you want to be? One of the things that I really have loved for a long time is I was at a conference many years ago, and it was kind of close to the end of the year, and I thought it was just really interesting. And the speaker came up and said, what would you like to say you accomplished at the end of the year? So if we think about that, what would you like to say if you were standing in front of an audience December 31st, 2021? What would you want to say to everybody else in the room that you've accomplished? What would you like to say that you've done or didn't do? What would that be? I've accomplished this. I read 5 more books. I have done this more thing. Whatever it is, make sure that everything is happening to you. Does that make sense? Like, what do you want to happen? You know what I'm saying? It's one of those, are you going to fall in love? Are you going to get a new job? What are the things that you really, really work on? So it's one of those. So one of the things is what are you drawing to you? So Carmen is saying that she's been drawing a new home to her. So that's the really cool part. What home, what resonates with your energy? And there are so many amazing homes in our area that are just powerful energy. of what do you want to say that you've accomplished on December 31st, 2021? What would it be? Tell me about it. I mean, like, post it, please. It's like, I've accomplished. So for Carmen, that would be, I accomplished getting a home for my family. For someone else, it could be something else. It's like, what would you want to say that you accomplished in the year 2021? What would you want to stand up and just kind of think about, like that microphone? What are you gonna say? What would you like to say? You know what? Hey, my name is Ruth, and I accomplished this year. I fulfilled this dream. I did this. Whatever it is an amazing part of this year. It's an amazing part of what you can come up with. And drawing it to you and putting that energy in front of you every single day and several times a day. I often tell people, one of the things that we look at, Christy saying, starting school, even if I'm old, it doesn't matter. If you're not dead, your job is not finished on this planet. If you are alive, if you are kicking and breathing, you have not finished what you were meant to do on this planet. What are you going to say that you've done? What are you going to say on that day, December 31st, 2021? What are you going to say that you've accomplished? Christy's going to say, I've started school. I started going back to school. And it's one of those, that's going to draw that into your energy so fast and so powerful. And then also thinking about it. Now, I do not like that Christy said because she's too old. Because really what she's saying, that's her excuse. When things don't go her way, she's going to be like, no, that doesn't work. So Kim is saying, I've accomplished a new home and launching a successful signature system. Successful signature system. Yes, do that. It's one of those. Now, Kim, I'm gonna tell you, not that you said anything bad. I want you to tell me about your home. It's one of those, about how many square feet is it? Does it have a swimming pool? Is it 2-story? Is it 1-story? Because if you couldn't give me a list of that home and go, here, Ruth, go find me that home, you are not clear enough. Same thing with Christy, same thing with Carmen and Courtney. It's one of those, get very, very, very clear. Don't just be a new home. That's anybody's new home. I want to accomplish purchasing my new home for my family. See how personal that is? That is personal. So Courtney says, I got a financial promotion and passed all my classes with A's. Oh my gosh, that is amazing. She got a financial promotion. That means more cha-ching in her pocket. So Courtney, on your vision board, you should have, even if it's fake money, I don't care if it's freaking Monopoly money, put it on there and put it out there. A lot of people like to do the universal checks of, from the universe and coloring those in. That's really powerful, but get very personal and very clear with what you desire to do. For Christy, it could be, I'm going to start school this year and I'm going to start with 2 classes. 1 class, whatever that is, I'm going to start with a class that just really resonates with my energy. That's the best part of all of this, is getting really, really clear. So a couple of the words that I'm going to just take out of your vocabulary is any words that are the, they, though, them, these, theys, those, thems, it's, right? And it's. So any of those words show separation. Those people are never good people. So if you say those houses, that means there's a separation between those houses. It's one of those, I want you to put things that are positive. Personal, my cat, my dog, my house, my children, my husband, my family. Get very, very, even if the sentence doesn't make grammatical sense, it doesn't matter. I want you to get as clear and as personal as you possibly can. So Courtney's saying, I will put some A's on my board. I would put whatever the classes that you need to take, just fake it out, kind of put the title on there and just put a big A+ on there so that you feel like, oh my gosh, I've already accomplished that. Kim is saying, I wrote about my dream on paper a few days ago, all about my home and launching my business. Thank you for the guidance. You're very welcome, Kim. I want you to have a strong business. It's one of those, even before you open your business, you should already be working a month in advance. You should be working a month in advance. And if Kim, if you haven't thought about it, I'm going to be doing a business class about how to build up your psychic business and put all that psychic energy into your business. And I love doing that. So as long as you are getting personal with all of this, this is where you need to go. Getting very clear about what you desire to draw into your life, and everything that you love is going to do this. So this is going to make things much easier, much happier, much more energetic for all of us. So putting personal things, and I often tell people, one of the funny things is one of the places we go several times a day is to the bathroom. On the back of the bathroom door or on the wall, put an affirmation board. It's awesome. It's one of those, you're going to be there a couple of times a day anyway. And this is going to kind of give yourself a reset of your energy of what do you want to bring into you? What do you want to draw into your life? Whatever that is, make sure that you're very, very, very clear with this energy. I want you to Tora is saying, marrying my love and having my baby. That is an amazing thing. But it's one of those, my love, who's your love? Give it that part. Now, you don't have to say it out loud, but I'm just saying, like, on your vision boards, make sure that you're putting that affirmation statement of what his name is, who that person is, and, would you want a boy or a girl, whatever that is, and talking about like a healthy, happy baby is a really great thing, but make it as personal to you as you possibly can. That's going to draw this to you faster. So next Thursday, I think that's the 14th. I'm going to be talking about numerology and moving into the new year. I love a numerology. It's something that I love playing with and dappering with. I'm going to be talking about that next Thursday, and all about what can I bring into, and kind of what does the new year have for each numerology sign. We're going to be talking about that. So, and I will give you the homework in advance. We are going to be doing numerology, and so we are going to be having lots and lots and lots of fun about that. So that is the amazing fun part. We'll be talking about numerology next week, a little bit of the moon energy, but more the numerology before we start into Mercury in retrograde. The other thing is, Mercury in retrograde has some amazing energy about rethinking things, but it's not so good if you're trying to move forward. So as you start thinking about what you want to move forward, make sure that you have all of your vision boards done prior to the 15th of January. Because otherwise it's going to take longer. It's going to not work as easily. All of those things. It's one of those, get it done before we get into that energy of Mercury in retrograde. Mercury in retrograde can be an amazing energy at times, but it can also be a little bit stifling, and it can cause computer issues and communication issues and that sort of thing. So make sure that when we start on the 15th, which is next Friday, so right after we meet next Thursday, next Friday, we'll be talking about Mercury in retrograde and some of the things to get through there. This is an amazing week for you guys. So finish up your vision boards, finish up what you want to bring and draw into your life. I know several people ask for readings. It's one of those, and I tell you, our energy has changed with this. I want you to know that you are welcome to join us. We'll be talking about the energy of the planet and how it affects us, and amazing other things. So I thank y'all for joining me. I thank you so many of y'all for your amazing questions. But if you're looking for a private reading, I ask you to go to my website at ruththeresa.com and schedule a private reading with me, or you can schedule. I have a group reading on the 16th. I've got a group reading on the 23rd, and then I've got an in-person one for right now on January 30th. If that doesn't go, if we don't get closed down again, we will do that. Purchase your tickets. This is a really fun thing to bring friends to. Each of them are going to be doing a card for each month of the year, and then I will gift you a special angel card message for your what's coming in. Or what your angel message is. And then we're going to be open up the floor, and just whoever has a question for anybody, we're just going to kind of take it as popcorn. We're just going to kind of round robin it and kind of get everybody several times of what questions you have. And that's all about the new year and what energy is coming in. So this is an amazing time of year. I thank y'all so much. We are making changes in our business, and we are so thankful that you are here supporting us with our new decisions. I thank you so much. I bless you on your week, and I will see you next Thursday if I don't see you before. Have a great week, guys.